The headline inflation rate cooled for the first time in 5 months, declining to 4.3% in July from 5% in June. The monthly increase in the Consumer Price Index was 0.2%, down from 0.7% in June. The slowdown can be attributed to 3 main factors: softer inflation for food and non-alcoholic beverages, lower municipal tariff increases, and a decline in fuel prices. Let's start with food and non-alcoholic beverages, which declined to 0.9% in July. This is the lowest print for food and non-alcoholic beverages in more than 16 years. That is, since June 2010, when it was 0.7%. Incidentally, that was the month that South Africa hosted the Football World Cup. This month's lower rate was mainly due to cereal products and meat. Cereal products recorded an annual change of -2%. That's down from the -1.5% in June. Several products recorded softer rates between June and July, most notably maize meal, which dropped by 3.1% to land an annual change of -8.6%. Macaroni was down by 0.7% and white bread lower by 0.6%. Annual meat inflation slowed to 1.5% from 5.1% in June. Beef products reflected negative annual changes, with stewing beef at -7.9%, beef steak at -6.1%, and beef mince at -5.8%. The decline in average prices of beef illustrates the sharp turnaround in beef inflation. In January this year, beef mince was R131.82 a kilogram, and in July it had dropped to R122.64. Stewing beef was R127.21 a kilo in January, and by July was R115.27. However, some processed meat products recorded year-on-year price increases, including corned meat up by 11.8%, meat patties higher by 7.8%, rations which increased by 7.7%, and sausages rising by 6.2%. Several fish and other seafood products recorded steep monthly increases in July, including battered or crumbed fish portions up 3.5%, fish fingers up by 2.3%, hake 2.1% higher, and canned fish, excluding tuna, more expensive by 2%. Let's turn now to municipalities, which implement their tariff increases in July each year. Most tariff categories surveyed by the CPI saw lower increases in 2026 compared with 2025. Electricity tariffs rose by 8.1% in 2026, down from a rise of 10.4% last year. This is the lowest increase for electricity since July 2020, when it was 7.5%. A similar pattern was recorded for water tariffs, which were higher by 10.2% compared with 2025's increase of 12.1%, and refuse removal, which was up 4.7% compared with 6.6% last year. In contrast, sewerage tariffs increased by 7.8%, higher than the 6.5% rise recorded last year, and property assessment rates increased by 4.9%, both this year and last year. The last factor helping to lower inflation this month is a drop in fuel prices. Overall annual transport inflation cooled to 8.9% in July from the 12.7% in June. Petrol prices decreased by 7.1% and diesel by 11.7% between June and July, pulling the annual rate for fuel down to 20.6% from 34.3% in June. Despite the monthly decline, petrol is 19.3% and diesel 28.8% more expensive than a year ago. For more information on the Consumer Price Index, please visit our website at www.statsa.gov.za.